Yashika Foster, the artist of dating. And today we are talking about men are simpler than we think they are. Yes, men are simpler than we think they are. Well, they're simpler than we give them credit for. All right. And so I have a little list today to help me identify the top 5 things that I need you ladies to know that men are a lot simpler than we think they are. Number one, sometimes nothing means just that, nothing, right? So say for example, you call them and you ask them what are they doing and they say nothing. Sometimes nothing really does mean nothing. Or they say what do you want to do? Or you ask them what do you want to do today? They say nothing. Sometimes that really means nothing. Sometimes they don't have an idea. Sometimes they want you to give them an idea. And I know that oftentimes we'll tell them, especially in relationships or when we're starting to get to know somebody, we want them to take the lead role in a lot of things, right? But here's the thing though, ladies, a lot of times men won't make decisions simply because they have been in prior relationships. They have been in prior situations just as you have. And there have been times where they have said the wrong things or done the wrong things or offered the wrong thing and got their head chewed off for it. So to avoid having those issues again, they'll just say nothing. What do you want to do? Nothing. You got somewhere you want to go special? No. You want to eat something? No, whatever you want to eat. Sometimes they just don't know because they don't know what to say. You can tell them that you want steak. They're thinking they want seafood, right? They really do want seafood. But if you ask them what they want, they say seafood. You'll say, well, I really want a steak. But the thing is, if you had just told them that you wanted steak and not asked them what they want, then you could have probably got steak. And so to avoid that conflict, they'll just tell you, well, I don't know. I didn't have anything in mind, or I don't want anything. I don't want anything special. You decide, because in that way they're trying to avoid conflict. They're trying to appease you. All right. So again, men are a lot simpler than we give them credit for. All right. Number two, they really don't know what to say, and that kind of ties back into number one. Sometimes they really don't know what to say. So when you ask them something specific, right, just like the example about what do they want to eat, they don't really know what to say. Or if you ask them how something looks on you, sometimes they don't really know what to say because they don't want to give the wrong answer. Again, they sometimes don't want to give the wrong answer. So they just won't say anything at all. And then even when we're talking about feelings or when they're talking about, relationships or things like that, sometimes they just don't know what to say. So they don't know what they don't say. They just don't say anything. Men are simpler than we think. And yes, this is a conversation that we can really, really dive into. And I'm just giving you an overview of everything, right? Because I know from experiences and from what I hear other people talking about, whether it be men or women, friends, family, or foe, it's amazing of the things that I hear from men and the things I hear from women. And at the end of the day, I believe that people should sometimes just walk around with a pen and paper and just write down everything, right? And so when you are thinking about something or you desire something, grab your partner's notebook and just see what he or she is thinking about, because it will clear up so many things. Because when you ask them something in that moment, sometimes they freeze up, sometimes they lock up. But if you look into their thoughts before you ask the question, which is something they may have written on a piece of paper, then you can go ahead and see what it is they were thinking about, because in that moment, they'll just say nothing. All right. Number three, they try harder than we give them credit for, right? They do. They really do try, right? Sometimes, you may tell them that, I want you to do something special for me, or I enjoy roses, or I like this, or I like that. They'll do their best to appease you on those things. Some men really do put a lot of effort into it, and they really do come out, like on top. But then sometimes you have those men that fall a little shy of those things, right? And that's because they just haven't been taught, or they haven't had experiences where they've had to show up at a certain level that maybe you are accustomed to. And so in a situation like that, just show them what it is you like. If you have a particular rose or a particular flower, that you like, let him know. Buy yourself those flowers one day. And then instead of you saying, well, next time buy me this flower, or next time buy me this particular rose. I'm a pink rose girl personally. I don't particularly care for red roses. I don't particularly care for white roses. I like pink roses. I don't care what's going on in the world. I like pink roses, period, right? So I'll buy pink roses for myself. And I'll be like, and I'll sit them where they are. So if I'm dating someone and they come over and they see the roses and they mention the roses, I'll say, yeah, I really like pink roses. I don't tell them, well, when you buy me roses, make sure they're pink. No, I'll let them see the pink roses. And then when they mention the roses, I'll tell them, I really like pink roses. So then that way it plants a seed in their head. And then that way going forward, when he decides to buy me roses, he knows that I like pink roses. Problem solved, right? That's it, right? They really do try hard, right? They really do try hard. Number 4, men have feelings too. I know sometimes we find that hard to believe, but they do. They're emotional beings, and men, believe it or not, have had their feelings hurt a lot more than women, right? Think about when you were in grade school or when you were younger. Men play the dozens when it comes um I won't use the word dozens, but men more or less play the numbers game when it comes to finding a girl. Okay. He may really be interested in several girls, but out of those several girls, he's going to ask 5 or 6 of them before one of them say yes. And it's not that one that says yes, that he liked her any less. It's just that he liked all of them. He was attracted to all of them. All of them were girls that he really wanted to date. It's just that the other 5 said no and that one said yes. So somewhere along the way, he have been already been hurt, or his feelings been hurt, or he's been knocked down a little bit already 5 times before number 6 said yes. So men get their feelings hurt a lot. We as women, we don't really get our feelings hurt until we've been in situations, or we've been in it and then we get hurt or something like that if we have a bad breakup. But for the most part, men have had their feelings hurt a lot more than we have. But it just sometimes it seems like we get hurt the most long term, but they get hurt the most short term. But they do have feelings too. And of course they're men, so they're going to harden themselves a little bit more. So when it comes to day-to-day stuff, they don't let it bother them as much as we do. But underneath all that, men have feelings too. So you have to consider that, right? In a relationship, when you're starting to date somebody or whatever. So when we're talking to them and when we're making comments or suggestions, or when we're doing things, understand that they don't want to be talked to. They don't want to be, you're talking to them like this. They want to be talked with, right? Because they have feelings too. They want you to feel like you're talking to your child, or you're talking to a coworker, something like that. They want to know that you're talking to them as an equal partner. Okay. So when you're getting to know somebody and you're out here dating, make sure you keep that in mind. Men have feelings too. All right. Number 5, everyone was not raised the same. So what you feel that a person should do because of gender, sometimes people have different circumstances, or they were raised different in the household. I have had people tell me where there are certain chores in a household that men should do. So for example, and this is just for example, some household believes that when it comes to the trash, that the boys or the men take the trash out. Okay? That's some households. Then there are other households where they feel that whoever sees the trash full should take the trash out, regardless of gender. Okay? So when you're dating someone, these are the type of things that you should talk about. Because when it comes to a man, he may feel that there are certain things that he's supposed to do or you supposed to do, and he won't really know, right? If you don't talk about it. Because like I said in the very beginning, men are a lot simpler than you think they are. But if you talk about it and you go through it and you have an understanding of where that person comes from, how they were raised, what kind of morals they have, and what what they think roles are in a relationship, it will make things a lot easier going forward. And again, this conversation, we can really dive into this conversation and get more into depth with it, but this is just an overview. And just like I said before in other videos, when I talk about things when it comes to dating, and I'm talking to you from a woman's perspective, right? Especially a woman of a certain age. So I'm giving you advice of how I see women should date in this world. Okay, but remember, everything that I tell you is from opinions. So when you listen to someone who's giving dating advice, remember, it's always from their opinion or from their perspective. So you take what you need and use it if you can. And if not, you leave everything else here. All right. So I hope this video has helped someone. I hope this video has helped someone. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Please be sure to like and subscribe and turn on your notifications at the top. So when I go live again, or I push, or when I drop a video or anything like that, you'll get a notification to know that I dropped a new video. Also, if you want to reach out to me and you want me to make a video about something specific, make sure to send me an email at coachshika@onemore-step.com or onemorestep@yahoo.com, and I'll be sure to make that video for you. Or if you need some advice, then by all means go ahead. And also, you could book a consultation with me, and all that information will be in the description in this particular video. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.